welcome to the Snake Master program. First of all, let me shake hands with this forest officer who identified this wonderful spot with the lush greenery and a gentle brooklet cascading from the rocks. This gentleman has helped us a lot and traveled with us on many occasions to safely release the snakes I have rescued. Now you can see our guests, a clutch of baby cobras and another little guest. All these guests are ready to disperse, and let me empty this sack of snakes as well. The weather here is cloudy and rainy following a spell of warm days. It's quite cool here now, and it rained both in this area and the nearby hills the other day. All of them are swinging their heads and looking alert. 9 of them have flared their hoods. Apart from these 9 guests, we shall introduce one more tiny guest, the one we caught from Thenmala, Kulathupuzha. It was caught from an estate, and since the locals there objected to its release in the nearby forest, we brought it to this extremely beautiful location. This is deep inside a thick forest, so releasing the snakes here won't be an issue. So let me introduce that tiny guest to you as well. Measuring 8 to 9 feet long, it is nothing less than a king cobra. Oh, among the 9 tiny cobras, one is already leaving. Anyway, I have picked up the king cobra now, as we can't allow it to be among the others. This king cobra is female and about 2 years old. We had earlier tried to release it in the Kulathupuzha forest division, but the locals pointed out that many people go into that forest area for various activities, and releasing it there would cause concern. That's why we have come here with these rescued snakes. Along with the king cobra, we also thought of releasing the cobras that were caught over the past few weeks. So we have 6 cobras and 1 king cobra to release. Look, all 7 snakes are watching me carefully. You can see injuries on some of their snouts, but please don't blame me for that. The injuries were caused during their struggle to drill through the sack in an attempt to wriggle out. Anyway, all of them are healthy. They are in the middle of their skin shedding phase. See this king cobra. It may appear calm, but it can strike quickly. Our viewers might have already seen it trying to bite me. It sprang at me with lightning speed and immediately pulled back. Baby king cobras can move very fast. They can open their mouths and strike in an instant. Let me show you now. It will strike at the slightest provocation. Also remember that a king cobra preys on cobras. So if these cobras remain near this king cobra, their numbers will start to dwindle in the coming days. I'm glad I could make them all sit together like this. If all these snakes were kept in the same cage, they might fight among one another, and the stronger ones could kill and eat the weaker ones. Even a king cobra may prey on a weaker one of its own kind. In Kerala, there are many stories surrounding the king cobra. The king cobra is locally known as Karivedala, Karimchati, Kuvan Karimchati, Karim Komali, Shankumala and Krishna Sarpam. It is India's national reptile. However, cobras are considered more beautiful in appearance. This king cobra has completed its skin shedding. Its next mission is to go hunting. This particular king cobra was chasing a rat snake when we received the rescue call regarding it. It had entered and got stuck in the basement of a granite wall. That's where we managed to catch it. Now have a close look at this king cobra. It is nearly 9 feet long, so it doesn't appear to be a young snake, but it is just about 2 years old. This is the time it needs heavy meals. Incidentally, a few days ago, I received a call about a king cobra in a forest fringe area. I advised them to let it return to the forest, unless there is at least one house nearby. There is no need to capture king cobras from forest edges where there are no houses. They prey on other snakes like cobras and vipers, keeping their population under control. Moreover, a king cobra doesn't usually mate in forests with undergrowth, but in areas where there are reed and bamboo plants. They come to mate in places where there is a layer of dry leaves. The male king cobra itself heaps up dry leaves using its body to build a nest. Then the female lays eggs there, and the hatchlings eventually break out of their shells and move out. In Karnataka's Agumpe, there have been some reported sightings of breeding king cobras. Anyway, this snake plays a vital role in biodiversity and maintaining ecological balance. They should be allowed to live in forests and uninhabited yards. We must develop that way of thinking. Don't assume they are waiting to bite just because they have flared their hoods. They do that out of fear, and they will strike only if we enter their line of vision. Anyway, please don't try to imitate me. Many who have tried have paid the price with their lives. This isn't a tourist spot, and releasing the snakes here won't pose any problems. When I sit here like this, a flood of old memories rushes into my mind. The first thing that comes to me is the memory of the first king cobra I ever caught. But before I share that story, let me first thank the two gentlemen who played a key role in bringing me before you. One is Mr. Madhu, who runs a ration shop near my house. The second is my friend Purakatil Rajan of Kerala Kaumudi newspaper. He was the one who published a feature about me. He even included my phone number in that article. After that, I received more than 3,800 calls in 4 days. That's how the outside world got to know about me. Interestingly, the first few calls were fake. The real rescue call finally came from Prashant Nagar in Thiruvananthapuram, where I had to rescue a cobra with 13 dog bite injuries. Since then, I have caught over 100 king cobras. The first one was from Muriyar in Pathanamthitta, and I don't clearly remember the locations of the ones I caught after that. Most of the cases I attended were in Pathanamthitta and Kollam, although I also had opportunities in Idukki and Thiruvananthapuram. But these days I rarely get to rescue king cobras from Seedathoda, Angamuri or Chittar. The snakes we rescue are released in Pancharamanna and nearby areas, so there is no chance of them returning to the human settlements they were caught from. Therefore, please don't blame us if some other snakes show up in your locality. By the way, I had a feeling this guest might try to bite. Anyway, the king cobra is now ready to go back to the wild. Until we meet again with new guests, thank you and namaskar to all of you.